Welcome back everyone to the October 2018 Minecraft Hardcore Challenge. We are entering into day 2. And we have survived the first night, alright. But of course, that just means the danger is now worse. Because one of the rules is that you're not allowed to die on the first day. But now that little bit of safety is no longer present. Let me just go out here just in case there are creepers in the area. Creepers are probably the second most common mob to give me an early exit in the hardcore challenge. The most common being baby zombies. Let me get up here because we need to head out to Y119, and Y119 is gonna be up here. Let's see, we are at 103. Yeah, it's gonna be quite a climb up here. Now I'm going to have plenty of stone, at least for the castle. That at least would be good. Now it's being able to get all the rest of the stuff for making the castle, which is going to be really tricky. Alright, at least now I've got some fuel for the fires. Oh yes, that was the stone pickaxe. I said, wait a minute, my iron pickaxe is going to go on already. But we will get this. Let's throw a little light here just in case, because now I have a good amount of coal. See, this is at 90. Alright, this is the line where we need to be at 455. So about 10 that way, and about way up there. I would presume the coordinates are to the top of that, because that looks like just about it. Now, I think that you could put a dirt hut there, and it would be defensible. That is just my definition. At least what appears to me to be the case because of how that is laid out. But of course, I will presume that fortification implies that there is something more to it than a dirt hut. And there you go. And besides, as I said, the title of this month's MHC is Castle, which implies that you certainly have more than a dirt hut there, because castles you associate with lords and stuff like that. Or at least with someone who has a good reason to need to defend something. And for that defensive point to be the home. How am I going to get up there? Because I want to be able to get up there and be able to get back down afterwards is the tricky thing. And I mean back down afterwards in a safe manner. Sure, plenty of people have ideas of getting back down through water methods and stuff like that, which I may use under duress. That's not my typical way of ascending something. Oh, alright. Is that good news or bad news? That a creeper drops on top of you and goes boom. Yeah. Be careful. Be very careful. Unless you want a very early exit out of this month's MHC. Let's see, we want... There you go. There you go. Whoopsie daisy. Let's see. Did I say something about creepers? Oh, that's right. Actually, that wasn't what I'm... Somehow I'm not very good at using a... Why does it always think I'm trying to push it down when I'm trying to use a shield? Right. There you go. Alright. Looks like the only way around that creeper is to... He got bored! Oh, if I had hit quickly, I could just knocked him over the side. Now, this is where I have to be careful. Ah, that was a blast. Yeah. Sometimes the easiest way to deal with the creeper is just let him blow up. But, unfortunately, that does have its disadvantages. One being that it may ruin my way down. Oh, there are going to be... Oh my goodness gracious. I wonder if trees can grow up there. Well, I'm going to find out the hard way probably. Sometimes we come up with some of the wildest challenges. So after a couple of soft ones the last couple of months, I think it is time for one of the more dangerous ones, and I think that this one is going to fall solidly. Just sometimes they're very, very dangerous. Sometimes their challenges are all of different types. Like last month was a major dietary restriction one where you had to have only pumpkin pies. Other months you have to do certain tasks like build certain things, such as this month. Sometimes they're building them in some rather dangerous locations. And I think this very definitely qualifies as a dangerous location in my book. Now some building ones are, because they're interesting, they look like they might fit into the terrain or something like this. Like the time he asked us to build a flower shop in a flower in a flowery biome. So that's something to take into account. As oh boy, there you go. I suppose that's the... And there was a month where we were to build a comfortable place inside of at an island where he had to give coordinates for a tree because there were very few trees in the area because you're in the middle of an ocean. And let's see. Maybe I should do only 4 instead of 5. This is at this rate. It's getting pretty close to dark. I'm not too sure I want to about to say I wasn't too sure I wanted to emerge at this point, but it looks like I did anyway. How high am I right now? 131. I am actually getting close to the top. I should be at the top right in time for the phantoms. Now, when he wrote this challenge, he already knew that phantoms were going to be in the game by the time this got chosen, because this was added to the wheel in July. And that means I suppose it could theoretically have been chosen in July then, where there are some of us who are already playing in 1.13 for the MHCs, but the majority weren't. So F3 138, so I need to go up 10 more. But he would have known that there was a good chance that this one would be spun in 1.13. And that we'll have to worry about phantoms. And phantoms, they're a mob that only spawns if you are outside above sea level. And I can tell you for sure that we are currently, well, above sea level, but they don't come out until night 3. Alright, there you go. Or I should say night 4 is the first time they're allowed to come out. So I've reached the top. Now, unfortunately, I am going to have trouble with resources. I have 8 iron left, which means, see, I have plenty for as I get up to 2 more iron picks, maybe, if I'm going by the assumption that I may have trouble getting what I need. I want to make sure that I want to make sure that my position is defensible. Make it as difficult for me to fall down to my death as possible. There you go. Because I certainly don't need to making falling to death any easier. Wait. Okay. I managed to get lost, or I'll have to check that out later. I can't figure out how to get down now. I may have to find another way. There might be a way I could find. Yeah, I know, jump, but that's not a means of going down that would be good for my survival. Now, unfortunately, there's not going to be any iron up here as far as I know. I think iron, I forgot what the exact max height is for iron, but it is certainly, I'm pretty sure we are way too high for that right now. We are at 130 right here. How close are we to 148 over here? Goes, see, right here is 144. Yeah, only 4 blocks above that. And where are the other 2 coordinates we got there? 102. So that would be 6 blocks away in that direction. And for 50, right here. So So that means it'll be this way. So 6 blocks this way is where we'll be building it, and several blocks up, yeah. And unfortunately, there isn't much I can do right now. Well, I suppose I should see what's going to be in my basement. Certainly not a pick. Let's see. I'm starting to get hungry. So unfortunately, I did a lot of climbing there. I have gone through MHCs where I have eaten very, very little. And I have a feeling this is not going to be one of those. Actually, we once had a custom world where actually things were all upside down, and I did manage to go to that. I'm not even too sure I ever ate in that one. I might have eaten an apple at one point or something, but anyway, it was quite a weird challenge on that one, because you had all the high level resources up at top and virtually nothing down the bottom, except of course anything that would naturally fall down to the bottom, such as water and lava. And some of the stuff required you to go into the nether, so you had to go way down in order to get the stuff for the nether. And you had to go way up. Sword or not a sword? Not too sure what I'm going to run into with mobs and stuff like that. Now, it could be that once I get to the top, it might be a light mob challenge. In which case, I won't have too much taxing on me from that matter. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of cobble. Now, fortunately, it doesn't go too much into say what type of fortification. Yes, I know the title is castle, and that's fine all, but there are castles and there are castles. Most castles have really nothing more than just what we would call the keep to one of the larger castles. And that's something for me to keep in mind, so to speak. Let's see, we got 18 of these. I really don't want to use the wood for charcoal. I am going to have to go down and get some supplies. Maybe I should have stayed down a little while for supplies. Maybe not. Let's see. I have to think on that. I want to see what the situation is before I decide anything. See if I'm going to cook this up. Because if you really want to look nice, I'd make stone brick. And if I were low enough in order to get a consistent source of trees, that's what I would do. I didn't think while I was down there of getting some dirt. I think I was almost up all this high before I said, oh yeah, dirt would be nice to have. Yeah. Now, I don't hear any mobs. That means the mobs that would be the biggest challenge are probably going to be the phantoms. Now, of course, then a creeper comes and drops down on top of me, right? Because you don't hear creepers either. That's the big trouble with creepers. They really live up to their name by creeping up onto you. Now, one way to know whether or not it's the end of the day is check and see what the day number is. It still says day 1. Oh yeah, but it should. Oh, it is now day 2, which is the end of our second episode. So when we return, I will see what's on the other side of this. We return to the Minecraft Hardcore Challenge for October 2018 Castle.